Hi everyone, it's Kute here, sending you love wherever you are around the world right now. Big love to you. You know, today I've been asked a lot in the last week with many of my clients, Kute, how do I know that the person I'm in love with is the one? How do I know that they are the one, my soulmate, that they are the one that I'm going to be with for the rest of my life? How do I know? Is it a feeling? Is it a knowing? How do I know if they're the one? Have you ever thought about that? What if, amazing friends, that every single person that you meet in your life and every single person you are actually in relationship with, if you're in a relationship right now, was actually the one? That there's no such thing as the one because there is only the one. There is the one life force that is manifesting itself in a multiplicity of form in 7 billion and trillions of species and, realities and functioning us all, breathing us all. There is only one. So that level, there is no such thing as the one because there is only the one. And the person that you've manifested into your life, husband, wife, spouse, cat, dog, goldfish, whoever they are, whatever your orientation is and whoever you love, is the one. They are the manifestation of that one consciousness of the divine that you've attracted into you right now to help you realize and remember and to recognize who and what you really are, your true divinity, your true self. They are here to mirror to you who you are. See, I believe relationship is a mirror. Whether we like it or not, relationship is kind of a mirror. That it reflects to us, the person you attract to you reflects to you aspects of your own consciousness, reflects to you where you are at in your own self right now in this place. So do you like what you see? Do you like what you see? Do you like who you've attracted? You see, I believe that you've attracted the person you've attracted into relationship because there are certain life lessons, there are certain soul lessons, there's certain agreements that you and that person have to teach each other and work out. And a real relationship is about evolution. It's about growth. It's about two people coming together with a similar intention, to serve each other, with a similar intention to grow, with a similar intention to evolve, with a similar intention to serve each other, to remember who and what you really are. I commit to serving you. I commit to serving you. Two people growing in a similar direction at a similar pace. The thing is, often when you first meet someone, you are resonating together with a similar intent, a similar value system, a similar frequency. But if you're in life and you're on the spiritual path and you're growing, chances are, the hope is that two of you actually keep growing together, and one person grows, the other person grows, the other person grows, and you both keep growing together at a same evolutionary rate. And if that's the case, you can then keep evolving and maybe growing together forever if that serves the highest growth of both of your souls, if you're going in a similar direction. Okay? But there's sometimes what I've seen happen is one person grows, the other person doesn't, or one person grows in a different direction, the other person grows in a different direction. And if one person is constantly growing in a relationship and someone isn't, it sort of puts pressure on the bubble of the relationship that was set up from the beginning. So relationship is about growth, is about evolution. So as you look at your relationship and think, is this the one? Yes, they are the one. They are the one that you've manifested to teach you what you most need to learn in your life, within your soul's evolution at this point in time. Now, that doesn't mean they will continue to be the one to serve that function for you right now. So long as you're growing, they can continue to be the one you're meant to be in a relationship with, a love relationship with, so long as you both keep growing and have an intention to serve each other. The moment one person stops growing, I mean, there can be a moment, but if that happens for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and the disparity in your frequencies, in your values, in your direction becomes so large, then often the relationship can no longer sustain itself, and you are no longer in relationship with the person that you met when you met them, because you've evolved in such radically different directions. Okay? In that moment, they're still the one, but they may no longer be the one that you are in an intimate relationship anymore. In that moment, you have a choice. You have a choice to pretend that that's not the case and just just be with that. You have a choice to simply accept that you love them and this is who they are, and you just want to continue with the relationship as it is. But most of the time, if the disparity in the shift if the disparity is so wide, most of the time the relationship will no longer feel in alignment. You might feel unfulfilled, unhappy in the relationship. To me, this is not a bad thing. This is a sign of growth. You can communicate with your partner about it and see if they're actually willing for themselves to grow and evolve. You can't make them grow and evolve. All you can do is grow and evolve yourself, and hopefully your example will inspire them as an invitation to grow in their own way, to evolve and meet you at the level you are also growing to in their own unique way. If they don't, and you communicate and you communicate and you communicate and they still do not grow, and you're no longer compatible, you're no longer an energetic match, so to speak, then the choice becomes you restructure your agreements and restructure the form with which you are currently relating, because you realize that the form with which you're currently relating no longer serves your soul's evolution and your partner's soul's evolution, and the form with which you're currently relating as man and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever that structure is, you realize does not allow for either of you to share your biggest gifts with the world, and does not allow either of you to be fully who you are, self-expressed, or express the depth, the biggest depth of love possible. It doesn't allow for the most love to be expressed in its current form. Is actually limited. So at that point you get to restructure your form and ask yourself, what form of our relationship allows for the most love to be expressed, the most potential to be expressed, allows for us to be most self-expressed, allows for our souls to be most served. And as you shift that form, it might be called a break-up, so to speak. But I believe that it's not about how long you stay together. It's not about the staying together for 20 years, for 50 years, for 100 years, for the rest of your life. And I hope you do, so long as you keep evolving and growing together in a similar direction, at a similar rate. But one thing is important, that if you reach a point of that breakup, one of the things to ask yourself is, am I still growing in this relationship? And if the answer is no, that is a sign that potentially, the relationship might have served its course, and the lessons you've needed to learn with that particular one in front of you, with the one that you've been relating to, the lessons that your souls needed to teach each other, those lessons might be complete. And there's nothing wrong, there's nothing bad, you didn't fail, the relationship wasn't a failure. I believe that so long as you are learning the lessons for which your soul has attracted each other, and you complete those lessons, even if it means breaking up, shifting the form, your relationship was a huge success. Now, that doesn't mean you can't continue learning a whole new set of lessons and keep evolving and evolving and evolving for forever, for the rest of your lives. That's also possible. Many times that's not the case. And I believe it takes courage if the case is indeed you decide a breakup is necessary. Really look at and consider that the real success of a relationship is not the duration, but the degree to which you evolve, the degree to which your partner evolved, the degree to which you learn the lessons, and the degree to which you serve each other to become more authentically expressed, more of the highest, most authentic expression of who you innately were. So how do you know if you found the one? You know if you found the one if with that person you feel freest, with that person you feel the most free to be who you authentically are. You know if you found the one, if in that relationship you are actually forced to grow and evolve the most, and you continue to grow in a similar direction the most. You know you found the one in that moment. The one in that moment. The one in the next moment. The one in that moment. It's a continual process of the one until the form needs to shift. Ultimately, I believe that you are the one. You are the ultimate one that you are seeking, and relationship gives you the opportunity, the vehicle, the portal to have reflected back to you your own separation from yourself, your own separation from life, from the divine, to heal those parts of yourself a purification, a cleansing, releasing, letting go of everything that no longer serves you, that you thought you were, so you can actually see yourself more clearly, reconnect with yourself more deeply, and realize your own inherent oneness. To me, love is not simply an emotion, but love is also a perception where you recognize who you really are. And as you recognize who you really are, which often happens in the crucible, in the dynamic of a relationship with a partner, through that reflection, as you recognize who you are, then you recognize who someone else is. And that's why many times in relationship we say, I see you. I see who you are. Ultimately, amazing friends, you are the one. You are the one you've been looking for. You, deeply inside, are the one. And as you connect with that, as you know that, and you move from that place of oneness, then all of your relationships will transform. All of your interactions with your loved ones will go to a whole nother level, because you realize that there's nothing to seek outside. You're it already. The love that you've been looking for is what you are. And when you live from there, you only spread more love. You are your own soulmate. And from that place, from that recognition, who you attract to you in relationship, from that place of fullness, of wholeness, of completion, watch out. Because what is about to be mirrored back to you is going to be magnificent. I see you, everyone. I see who you are. If you enjoyed this video and blog, I invite you to subscribe to my blog, where you'll receive amazing messages and inspirational messages from me every week, sending you love wherever you are. Love now. Big hugs.